In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how to lose 10 to 15 pounds in the next 12 weeks and get really strong. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why insulin is what's holding you back from reaching your goal. You're also going to have a clear understanding of how to move and train to support your weight loss process. Now, this video is for Christian men and women who are open to new ways of doing things, open to considering a different way of eating and movement in order to get healthy and lose weight. This video is not for people who aren't serious. This video is not for vegans and vegetarians. If that's you, we're not going to be a fit. Just click off the video because I don't want to waste your time. If you're watching this video, you've probably tried counting your calories. You've probably tried eating less and moving more. You've possibly tried a cleanse or a challenge as well. The reason these don't work is because they're not sustainable. They also don't address the root cause of where weight loss comes from. And they don't take away your cravings, and they don't make you healthy from the inside out. How I'm different is I use an insulin-based model. So when I coach you on how to eat, I coach you towards foods that help you feel full and satisfied and give you energy, but without the blood sugar spikes and crashes that not only affect your energy throughout the day, but they lead to inflammation and excess fat storage. And then we combine that with strength training. That's like a 1-2 punch. When you're eating in a way that keeps your blood sugar balanced, and when you're getting stronger session by session, week by week, you're going to have an unstoppable momentum carrying you forward to the finish line. Now, you might think it's impossible to lose 10 or 15 pounds in 12 weeks, but let me tell you about Corolla. This is Corolla. When we met, she was 152 pounds and really didn't like her body. She was doing everything that she knew how to do, taking group classes every day after work, and she was the hardest worker in the group class. And I know this because I actually subbed for a group class and she was in the front row and she was running circles around everybody else. But the problem wasn't with her effort, it was with her strategy. All that cardio was just spiking her cortisol and driving more belly fat, and her nutrition was keeping her on the blood sugar roller coaster. So I told her, we're not going to add more work, we're going to fix how your body is running first. And that's how we started. We started by adjusting her food and having her track what she was eating. In the very first week, she dropped 4 pounds. That's a little bit atypical, but it shows how much her body was yearning for a different approach. And it also shows how committed she was to the process. And at the same time we started with the nutrition, we started strength training as well, so that she could build a strong body she could be proud of. So here's her beach photo before and after, where she went from 152 pounds to 129, and she lost 5 inches off her waist. But her blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglycerides improved dramatically as well. So she got healthy from the inside out. Losing weight starts from the inside, from your gut health. And that's why nutrition and not cardio is the biggest piece of the puzzle for how you look and how you feel. Sometimes we just need to rewire how we approach this. Let's talk about insulin and food. Most people, when they're looking to lose weight, they drop their calories. But the problem is they're still eating foods that spike their insulin and foods that bloat and inflame them. It's almost impossible to not be stuck when you're constantly pouring in foods that damage your gut and lead to inflammation and lead to chaotic blood sugar that's always up and down, up and down, up and down. Because you know how it is. You eat a meal, and then an hour or two later you're hungry. So you got to eat some pick-me-up, like a snack, and then you're good for a little bit, and then you got to eat again. That's a never-ending process. Wouldn't it feel so much better if you could eat a meal and truly feel satisfied and like you weren't a slave to food? Then you can focus on what's in front of you. and be the best person that you can at whatever task you're doing. So when I coach you to design your plate for every meal, I coach you with insulin in mind. And we move towards a higher protein and higher fat approach. And you've probably heard the terms protein and fat, right? These are macronutrients. You have protein, fat, and carbohydrates. So by focusing on protein and fat, we're giving your body what it truly needs. Did you know that your body doesn't actually need any carbohydrates from food? There's no minimal amount of sugar that you need to stay alive, but there are essential proteins, so that we call them amino acids, and there are essential fats, fatty acids. So we want to, if you really want to get results, we're going to build around what's essential, because what's essential is not only going to develop your lean muscle, but it's going to keep you full so you're not tempted to cheat and snack on foods that are just going to take you off track. Let's talk about movement. Most people think in order to lose weight, you have to do hours and hours of cardio. That's just not true. The problem with doing too much cardio is it just spikes your cortisol, your stress hormone, and then you end up storing excess fat. My approach is to help you focus on strength. So we're going to get in and get out and only do the most effective movements. And those are squat, press, and pull. So we have efficient sessions where you get in and get out, and you train based on how much weight is on the bar. And from session to session and from week to week, you're going to slowly add weight to your lifts so that you can guarantee that you're getting stronger over time. This is by far the best way to support your weight loss approach. It's important to remember the number one thing you can do to lose weight is your nutrition. That is 80% or more of how you look. And the second most important thing you can do is strength train to add lean muscle to your body. Finally, let's talk about the coaching and accountability. Most people think that they can do this on their own. But if that were true, wouldn't you already be at your goal? And if you just needed one more piece of information, you would have had it already. What you're really looking for is structure, accountability, someone who cares, and a community. And that's what I've built with my Primal Performance Method. I have an online community where you go there, people know you by name, you're expected to show up, you post every meal and get feedback on every meal, and then I guide you towards a plate that's optimal for weight loss and fat loss. On top of that, you're going to post every workout. I'm going to review your form, give you form tips, and then provide you the next workout so that you're guaranteed to progress from workout to workout and from week to week. Imagine stepping on the scale every week and seeing the number go down consistently. Instead of having a stressful day, cheating on your food, stepping on the scale and having gained a pound or gained 3 pounds. That's frustrating. How good would it feel to step on the scale every week and be excited because it went down another 2 pounds? That's the joy of being on my Primal Performance Method. So there's 2 options from here. Option 1 is you can try to put everything together that I said in the short video. You can try to hold yourself accountable, program your strength workouts, figure out what to put on your plate, and keep showing up when your motivation goes away. Option 2 is we can work together and we can get you on the fast track towards getting to the finish line. I can step right in and start to formulate your plate and give you instant feedback so you can make those quick adjustments and get on track to start seeing success. I can tell you the best thing to do in the gym so that you can finally train and actually get strong in a way that is measurable and makes you feel more capable in anything else you do, whether you're in church, whether you're with your family, whether you're in the garage, whether you're picking up a heavy box, you're going to feel more capable and less vulnerable to getting injured and being fragile. What would be different in your life if you woke up and you put on your clothes and you felt good in your clothes and you felt confident when you walked and you felt like you didn't have to worry about tripping or hurting your back or throwing your back up? What would be different in your life? What would you say yes to? What would you say no to? Imagine waking up in the morning and pulling up your app and knowing exactly what to do that day in the gym, and knowing exactly how you're going to structure your plate, and knowing that you're going to feel good all day and you're not going to come home from work and be drained and exhausted. You're still going to have energy and time for the other things in your life. So if you're a Christian man or woman and you're serious about losing 10 to 15 pounds in the next 12 weeks, click the link below so that we can hop on a discovery call. I can get to know you better and learn about your past and your history and any ailments or medication that you're taking right now. That way, we can customize this approach for you and make it work for your situation. Click the link below.